This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with the Febco 765-1 sprinkler backflow valve, and the one on my sprinkler system was leaking a bunch of water out the top, so we're going to be putting in a replacement kit to repair that. So as I turn on the valve, I'm noticing that I'm getting a bunch of water shooting out, and that means that there may be something wrong with one of the valve's rubber seals, and that's causing it to just leak out. So we're going to remove this brass bonnet at the top. We're just going to take a wrench and loosen up the lock nut, and then we can just spin it off by hand. Go ahead and remove that. And then I'll take, you can sometimes just spin this off with your own hand, but I'm going to put a big screwdriver in between the plastic studs that rise up, and I'm going to give it a little leverage as I also use my other hand to help do a lefty-loosey to get it loose, and then I can just twist it off by hand. So just using a little bit of leverage here to start it. Sometimes these get kind of stiff over the years. And usually what's happened with these is just the rubber O-rings get somewhat deteriorated, so this kit gives you the new O-rings plus a little silicone grease and also the new plastic parts in case they're broken. So we're just going to pull these parts out and then open up the kit and add a little silicone grease. Here's the part number for the kit. You can get these on Amazon. Plumbing supplies places have these pretty cheap, and this should solve the problem. You still have a backflow issue where water's still shooting out. There may be some obstruction in your sprinkler system that goes just south of your backflow, so just downstream. So I'm going to put on some of the silicone grease on the O-rings. I'm just going to coat everywhere where there's the rubber O-ring. And then it's just a matter of putting the new valve assembly into position and tightening it up. So pretty easy to do. Should solve the problem for you. Again, if it doesn't, then maybe something wrong with the check valve that's just below this assembly. Might be stuck. Or there could be something in your lines that are a little further down from this valve assembly as the water goes towards your sprinkler system. That'd be unlikely unless there's been a freeze over where the pipes have frozen up, or you got a bunch of crud in there somehow. So we're just getting that grease again over all of the rubber surfaces, all the O-rings. There's 2 O-rings. Here's our chicken in the background. We can do the reassembly now. Just make sure there's no junk caught in the metal. Make sure everything's clear. And take your time spinning this back on righty-tighty. Just make sure that you're going slow and everything's lining up, because you don't want to strip out the plastic threads. And then just use hand pressure to get it tight. And then we'll go ahead and put the brass bonnet back on the top. That just keeps debris from falling in there. And we'll put on the little lock nut, get that tight. And that should do the trick. This kind of leak mainly would be resulting from one of the O-rings being cracked or worn out. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.